Okay, wait. There was a scene where a dude, no, he's wearing pants, so I think I'll be fine. But a dude grabs this car battery, affixes it to his balls, and then starts electrocuting them. What? Okay. Hey, this is straight up kink. This is some extreme kink. If there is one child in here, just one of the thousands of people watching this extreme kink, y'all are the biggest hypocrites in the world. Every single one of you. If you didn't follow the story, I don't think I can show you like the visual act. It's pretty R-rated, very graphic, but basically, there's this big thing amongst the right to talk about how if you put a wig on, but you're a dude, and you put a wig on, that you're actually sexualizing children and a danger to them. Doesn't matter what you do, you could do that, and then you could read stories to them, children's stories, but as long as you're wearing that wig, that second you put the wig on, now it's sexual. And so that same crowd, a lot of them who work for Turning Point USA, speaking of the one and only, Chris DeJoseph, turns out he has a long history in entertainment and in wrestling. The man was pretty heavily involved in wrestling. Chris DeJoseph, he's the creative director of productions at Turning Point USA, the creative director of productions. Wow. He spent nearly 2 decades in television production, working on award-winning shows, CBS, Fox, NBC, Discovery Networks. Chris's credits include supervising producer, executive producer on many major network scripted and reality TV series. After 18 years in liberal Hollywood, Chris wanted to use his talents and experience to join the conservative movement, promote conservative values, and help win the culture war. And you're like, wow. Now, when it comes to the wrestling, he was actually a wrestler. And the stuff that he was doing for ECW was pretty R-rated. And I'm not going to show it to you, but I'll describe it visually. Picture the man that you see before you, this dude right here, in nothing but a thong. That's it, just a thong. All he's wearing is a thong. And then he is stroking another man's pole, an enormous pole that the other man is holding, while that other man spews foam onto the ground. And it just goes on and on and on. And just, oh, sorry, yeah, just... it's very graphic, very, very sexual. Yeah, it was a real thing that happened. Now, apparently, that's good old-fashioned family entertainment. And when I made that original comment, people on the internets were all like, Lance, you don't know wrestling, okay? This was the ECW. There wasn't a single kid there. Kids were never allowed at the ECW. This was just for adults. You just don't know wrestling, blah, blah. Well, I don't know wrestling, and I didn't know enough to be able to go back against that. But there are new developments in this story, fantastic ones. It turns out Chris DeJoseph and his association and all of his information on the internet, well, they seem to have... Just like that. They're gone. What's the greatest trick the devil ever pulled? The devil. Can't even say devil. Pretending the world that he didn't exist, you know? Read my last comment. I know this dumbass from wrestling. Alright, let me scroll up. Hold on. Oh, I know this guy. This is the big fat oily guy. He was a writer back in the day, and Vince found it super funny for a fat man to be oil and Speedos. Yeah, so that was basically his shtick, was that he would be all greased up for the occasion, very oiled up and greasy, and then he would perform various highly suggestive sexual acts on other men. And so now, apparently, he is a victim of the woke mind virus. That's no more. Also, another development. I didn't know this one. People replying to my tweet to explain that ECW wasn't for kids, not knowing the clip is from WWE ECW relaunch in 2006. This would literally air during SmackDown tapings in front of kids there to see Rey Mysterio. Lol, you're not gonna school me when it comes to pro wrestling. Fucking, I feel like this, because I was getting so much of this shit as well. I feel like this was like the tap in. That's what it's called, right? Tap, like when you're just like, hey, tap me in. And then all of a sudden, you know, and in comes Matt Binder. Cause yeah. See, I wouldn't have known these facts, but he's got the facts on the draw, so good job, Matt. So yeah, it was actually something that children could see. So incredibly, highly, super sexualized content, and at the same time, totally allowed. But yeah, just, again, wholesome family entertainment. I'm gonna scroll down here. I just want to see what this one underneath is, but I want to make sure it's not... I wonder if that's too much for Twitch. It's certainly pretty revealing. I mean, not in a bad way. Okay, wait. There was a scene where a dude, no, he's wearing pants, so I think I'll be fine. But a dude grabs this car battery, affixes it to his balls, and then starts electrocuting them. What? Okay, hey, this is straight up kink. This is some extreme kink. If there is one child in here, just one of the thousands of people watching this extreme kink, y'all are the biggest fucking hypocrites in the world. Every single one of you. If anyone has ever called a drag show or a drag performance or a drag star a groomer, but you were aware of this, you knew that this happened, that he affixed a fucking car battery to his balls to electrocute him. Another one! No! He's going for the second! Are you serious? A second one? Was one not enough? Oh my god! He's gotta create a current! No! No! Ah! How is this wholesome family entertainment? How? This is just the regular logo. This isn't ECW. This isn't like... He's attaching him to a Tesla, make it stop. I can't believe this. But this, I mean, come on. This is just wrestling. You don't like wrestling? Just a good old-fashioned wrestling. And then people will, like, the only logical response that comes from right-wingers when we point out all of this hypocrisy, time and time again, is just like, okay, fine, I don't really think this is appropriate for kids either. So yeah. I was like, are you going to hold rallies? Are you going to bring guns to WWE events? Are you going to show up there heavily armed with shirts that say, you know, shoot your local groomers? Are you going to force your way in and scream at everyone there that they're groomers and groomer enablers? Are you going to do any of that? Are you going to try and find parents who have kids and chase them in the streets and say that the parents are fucking pedophiles to their face and watch their kids cry? You going to do all that? Nah? Then what the fuck? You can't be like, oh, well, I don't like this one either. Well, like, what, are you trying to shut down wrestling? No, I'm not. I'm not the one trying to shut. I'm just pointing out that why are you going after one form of entertainment when you are fucking sitting back on this shit? There's no drag queen story hour where they affix fucking electrodes to each other on their fucking genitals. That doesn't happen. That's not part of the scene. That's you. That's your thing. That's the thing that all of you love. I mean, hey, all right. I'm not here to kink shame. Okay? I am not here. If that is what you enjoy watching, if that's your thing, if you want to watch a greased up man stroke another man's pole while he spews foam onto the ground, or watch another scene where one man grabs a fucking pair of clamps, attaches them to another dude's balls, and then starts electrocuting him, that's your scene. Not mine, but hey, enjoy. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demmel, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earthhuman, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tal, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojack, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Nkosim, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.